world team on the register in your
Very top of the list. It's a very important thing for me. We don't get to put the Egyptian jersey except for this tournament for an entire 2 years. So for me, it's always been a dream of mine to put it on, and to be able to have achieved it twice and won both times is something that I will definitely put on the very high list of my achievements, and I hope I can make it a third time this time.
What do you think about the strength and depth of the Egyptian team as the team leader, team captain?
Yeah, I'm not the team captain. Tarek is the team captain because he's older than me. But definitely, yeah, I'm very proud of what Egyptian squash has achieved over the years now and keeps achieving year after year. I don't know the numbers exactly, but I believe we've got like 10 in the top 20 Egyptians, and it's something, I mean, it's a very tough problem for the coach to pick who's going to play and who's not, but then for us it's always great because you know whoever is going to come with you on the team is going to perform and be of an added value to the team.
Do you like the team environment?
I do very much because as I said, you know, it's an individual sport. We don't get to play any team sport for 2 years. So this is the only time where you really have one goal together, and you cheer each other on. I mean, I've experienced it in college squash, and I tell you, I've played on so many big stages before, and college squash is the biggest for me, just because of the vibe of everyone behind you and people banging on the glass, and you don't get to see that much in an individual sport. So I definitely do like the team spirit.
Do you feel any pressure going into it as the reigning champions, Egypt, that you said, being so dominant?
Of course. I mean, back in the day when Shabana and Darwish and those guys were playing, we hadn't won it many times, and it wasn't a bonus to win it, but it wasn't expected to win. Now, if you don't win, it's a huge blow. So we have this in the back of our heads, but then at the same time, we know we're capable of winning it and defending our title. So it's a good kind of pressure to go on with, because if you go slackening a bit or just thinking that we're going to win it no matter how, this is exactly when you're going to lose. So a good type of pressure is important to be able to back it up. Not in a bad way, but it's a selfish sport. At the end of the day, you only want the good of yourself, and you want the good for the other people, but not more than yourself. But at this point in time, you actually want them to win for you as well, and for the people back home. Like when you win as an individual, yes, it's under the Egyptian name, but then at the end of the day, it's Ali who's won, or Tariq who's won, or whoever. When we win together as a team, it's for Egypt, and we make everyone back home proud. So I guess this added element adds a bit of pressure, but adds a bit of excitement as well. It's been a tough period, right? Because until last week, we didn't know whether the tournament was going to be on. We didn't know how to prepare. Thankfully, the Egyptian Federation back home have gathered us for team squads for a couple of weeks now, I should say, or maybe 3 weeks, which is good to just build that team spirit going in there. But then again, it's in a very busy period. It's a good problem to have. Again, during the Corona times, we were complaining that we're not playing enough tournaments. Now we're complaining it's too much. But you know, it comes right before the Black Ball event and after Canary Wharf, a couple of weeks after Canary Wharf. So it's a bit busy. And on a personal standpoint, if Noor does play the Black Ball, she's going to be playing Kuala in Malaysia, and I didn't want to miss her first match back. But then it is how it is, and I think it's the case for all teams, not only for Team Egypt. So I hope we're going to make the most out of it.